Hello, everybody. Welcome to another podcast episode 8. With me today, I got my barber, Joe Becker. Well, he's not actually my barber, but he owns the barbershop I go to. And he has cut my hair before, and he's an amazing barber. And we have a little conversation, and he rips on me for my black T-shirts that I keep wearing every time here on the show here. You know what I'm saying? My costume, my black T-shirt costume. So it was a wonderful conversation, and I can't wait to have Joe back on. And here we go. And comedian. He's also a local comedian as well. All right. Enjoy the show. All right. So, Joe, how you doing, man, during this quarantine right now, man?
You know, man, we just sitting here maintaining, trying to lose our sanity, man. Keep the kids occupied.
Yeah, that's right. And, checking you out now, obviously, I've known you for a few years and stuff, but I just recently started going to your barbershop. And we've been working on getting you on the show for a while, right?
Yes, sir, man. Looks like you got something good taking off, man. I like it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I like the ambiance back there, man. You got a little Olive Garden waiting area ambiance going on. Breadsticks over there.
Was that?
Got breadsticks over there. Breadsticks is
your house. When you come over here to do the show live, we'll,
no doubt.
Some breadsticks.
Breadsticks is salad. Oh, you gotta wear the Olive Garden apron though.
I'll definitely do that, man. Absolutely.
Deal.
Unlimited pasta. So are you originally from the Binghamton area?
No, originally I'm from Jersey City, New Jersey.
Oh, okay. So that explains a little bit of that accent I hear a little bit there.
I don't know if that's the accent or just allergies, but yeah.
Yeah, man. So you got some great barbers at your shop there. So what's the process like to become a barber over there at your shop? You just got to be really nice, huh?
You got to fit, man. Like I try to give a lot of people an opportunity, but you got to be. First of all, you got to be willing to deal with all different kinds of people because we deal with a really eclectic client base. You got to be able to cut all types of hair. And if you can't, that's fine, but you can't be scared to jump in and try. You know what I mean? Most of the people that come to our shop understand the process of a new person coming in. So they're willing to work with clients. Clients are more willing to work with barbers if they know, like, we're there and we can help. But ways to go about it. Most of the guys that work for me right now have their license already. They went to school to get it.
Okay.
And in some capacity. It's hard for me to apprentice someone personally because for me to teach, I don't really have patience.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have patience. So I'd rather them school get like the basics. And then when they come with us, we can do the fine tuning and how to tweak things here and tweak things there, you know?
I got you. So what made you decide to become a barber? Did you wake up one day when you were 9 years old and started cutting your dad's hair or something? What happened?
No, I kind of just fell into it, man. I used to like it. When I was back home, had a Dominican guy about, your height, your complexion. This dude was an amazing barber, but he spoke no English. And I used to try to tell him, hey, man, teach me like something to learn. And then I moved up here and kind of was looking for a job, couldn't really find a job, and just kind of really honestly just kind of fell into it. And got lucky enough to land at a really good barbershop in the area with a really good teacher and a really good crew. And it prepared me to be as good as I am, you know what I'm saying? And have what I have.
Yeah, that's definitely, that's when I first had you cut my hair was when you were at the original barbershop over there.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, man, you guys you're amazing, and the crew you have there is amazing. I cannot wait to be able to come back there.
I appreciate that, man. I can't wait to get back to work, man. It's like, I'm so used to moving, man. You see me moving all the time in the barbershop. Like, can't move. I'm sitting over here getting my Cabbage Patch face back.
My beard is looking kind of scruffy right now myself, so.
That's good. We're going to have a blank canvas when you come back.
Yeah, maybe this time I'll come there with a blank canvas, and I won't come in with a Kung Fu beard like I had the last time.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Joe was messing with me. I went to this cheap barbershop, and one of my boys, Jesse, as you guys know, Jesse from the other podcast, Jesse spilled the beans on me.
I don't know nothing. I don't know. He didn't say nothing to me.
He told me. He told me that he told you.
Oh, I don't know nothing. He didn't tell me nothing. Damn, dog. Damn white people. Can't tell them nothing, man.
So I'll tell you what, man. So I know you were also a stand-up comedian. And tell me, how'd you get into that? You just always were a funny person, telling a lot of jokes at home, or what's the deal?
Yeah, I always been kind of silly like that, you know what I mean? But one of my boys one night, we were out, him and his wife, and I was kind of making him laugh like we were just bugging out. And he was like, dude, you got to do like an open mic. And I was like, nah, I don't think I'm good for stuff like that. And then kind of started asking all the people I know, like, hey, if I did this, would you come out? Would you like check it out? And people were like, yeah, man, you'd be great. And first time I did it, honestly, I just kind of ripped anything I thought of off my head. I talked about some dude in the audience who was like from out of the country visiting, but he had like a Jeremy Lin jersey on. It was funny because all these girls were around him. And I thought from the back, his hair looked kind of Asian. Mm-hmm. but he was like Colombian or something. He had that fluffy hair. I thought he was like an Asian dude wearing a Lin jersey, but he was like, nah, I'm from out of the country just visiting. I'm like, he had this real suave mente accent. Dude had all the girls around him. It was funny. Messing with him a little bit, talking about my wife and kids. And people were like, man, that was great. How long you been doing this? Like, you're great. And I was like, this is my first time.
Yeah, man. So it's like a natural gift for you. But the thing is, you keep working on it, right?
Yeah, you have to, man. You got to really it's hard, man, because like I'm one of those people that I'm my worst critic. So like even people like, that was great. I always find what's wrong with me. So I want to work on it. Right. Even if people think I had a great night in my head, I'm already analyzing it, how I could be better or what I could have done here or there, you know?
Mm-hmm. Now, speaking of a great night, I know you put on some local shows and stuff like that, and I've been to one of them, man. That was amazing. What got you into that? Are you just like you're like a, how do I put it? You're
promoter?
Ambitious guy who's just, you got a barbershop, you put on local shows. I mean, what's the deal, man? Are you just driven like that? What's the deal, man?
You know, I like to say I'm just a regular guy trying to be great before I die, man. I want, I try to be as good as I can be. I have my faults like everybody else, but I want to have a good time. I think, especially in this time, like laughter gets you through a lot. You know what I mean? If you made my movie and my life into a movie, bro, it would be like a lot. You'd laugh a lot, trust me. So
yeah.
It'd be weird laughter, but you'd be laughing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially in these times, yeah.
Right, that's just what it is, man. Like I've always just want to be great. Like where I am now in life, like I feel like I'm never. Even though like some people say, "Oh, you made it. Like you did it. You have a business. You have a house. You have this." Like you're supposed to do that in my eyes. Mm-hmm. People who don't do that, they're only selling themselves short. Yeah. Like do whatever you want to do. You just got to put your mind and your energy into it. And once you do that, like nothing can stop you but yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So for me, it's like, yeah, I have this, but I'm never like, for some reason inside of me, I'm always like, there's more. There's got to be more. Like, what's the next step? What's the next thing I could do? Or what can I challenge myself to be greater or be better or, try to do this or that. And sometimes it's overwhelming, man. I fall short, but I keep trying. You got to dust yourself off, get right back up. Because there's a million times I've failed at things and things that I've tried to accomplish, but can't give up, man. You got to keep going till your last breath.
Absolutely. I love that, man. I love that mindset. And that's definitely part of the platform. I love, and that's why I wanted to have you on the show, because when I see a guy like yourself, it certainly gives me some motivation to do better myself. And ultimately the goal is, personally, please tell me what you think. You're never gonna be truly happy working for somebody else. I don't know anybody that's working for other people and are truly happy. I mean, I'm a nurse. I love being a nurse, but man, I cannot wait to be able to pay myself. What do you think about that?
It's a gift and a curse, man. Because sometimes, being an owner, I wish I just worked for somebody else, got my paycheck, and went home. Mm-hmm. Like for me, I hope that the people that work with me. I don't like to say that people work for me because they don't. Right. I work with my coworkers. I hope they're happy working with me. I know sometimes I'm a pain in the ass, but honestly, it's rewarding, man, because you really don't have to answer to nobody. You can set the tone. Like, when you come to my shop, the environment's pretty light.
Yeah, I love it.
It's a good time. We fall short sometimes, like I said, like everybody else. Like there may be something on the TV playing we're not aware of because we're busy cutting. And a customer may not like it, or, the kids are in there, but we try to be mindful of our language and stuff like that sometimes. But we're human. We make mistakes, especially me. I got a foul mouth. I know that. Yeah. But, you got to do what makes you happy. And when it starts to become like you're not happy doing what you're doing, then you got to do something. Because if you're constantly showing up to your job every day, like say you're a nurse, right? And you're constantly working with people that you don't like to work with, or you don't like what you're doing anymore. You're working up. You're not going to do your job at your full capabilities because you're just unhappy. There's always that little cloud hanging over you.
Right.
So no one wants to live like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to do what makes you happy. Like me, I love cutting hair. Not the actual act of cutting hair. I love dealing with people. I love being around people. I like making people walk out of my shop or walk out of my chair and feel like, man, that was great. You know, I had a good experience and they enjoy themselves. They're happy. Well, I love comedy more. And if I could ever get to the point where I'm on stage night after night or on TV or doing stuff like that, and that pays my bills and feeds my family, I'll probably never pick up clippers again because that's what I love to do. You know what I'm saying?
You know, and you mentioned mindfulness just now, and also you mentioned the fact that you love dealing with people. It sounds to me like you're an extrovert, okay? And mindfulness, I mean, what does that mean to you? Like, you use the word, you said being mindful in relation to the TV and so on, but what does mindfulness mean to you?
I feel like as I get older, mindfulness is trying to be more aware of my surroundings and the people that are around me, that I can empathize with their feelings. Because as introvert, I'm one of those people that will just say it and not really think about what I said. So after I said it, like I know where to say something, where it's coming from. I mean, the people around me understand that. So being older, I try to be more mindful of people around me, how I say things, how I do things, watch my crowd, watch my company. Because especially in this day, a lot of people get offended, man. They get offended very easily. You know, I had a guy come in recently. He's been booking haircuts with me for over a year. And I don't do political conversations, man. I really try to steer away from that. I'm not really I could tell you the highlights of the game and I could tell you who played and who scored what the night before. That's my thing. I'm a sports guy, but I don't do politics. Like, it's not my thing. And I tried to bait me in a conversation. I was trying to be real. Like, I was trying to avoid it. Like, you know, I was blocking it every way I could, but he kept going and going. This guy, I've given this guy the same haircut every single time, man. Never messed this guy's haircut up. So he leaves, he pays me, tips me, doesn't say a word. He's like, hey, man, thanks. See you next time. I'm like, all right, great. Then he goes and gives me a 2-star rating.
Wow.
And put like it was my first bad review on the entire thing. It was like mind-boggling. I knew it wasn't the cut. I knew it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was just, you didn't like my fact that I didn't engage in this political conversation with you.
Yeah.
You gave me a bad rating and then said the haircut was bad on top of it, which was, I know it was a total lie because I've cut this guy's hair the same way for over a year. So, you know what I mean? And that really was a shock to me because it was like, even though in that instance, I was trying to be mindful. I was trying to not engage in like his political views or anything. I was trying to just, you know, brush it off and keep the cut moving and keep the conversation moving. And I didn't say anything that could have possibly offended this gentleman. Yeah. He still got offended. He still took it upon himself to give me that little dig where, like, you know, if that was me, you would have told me, hey man, I don't like your opinion. You know what I'm saying? All right, that's cool. Like, don't go write a review. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
yeah, let's keep it real between men. You know, you can tell you face to face what the deal is. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I would rather someone be sitting in my barbershop, come over to me at my station and say, hey, listen, you know, that TV show is offending me right now. Hey, I apologize. I'll change it right now immediately. Don't wait till you leave and then write a review like, hey, I didn't like the appropriateness of the TV. Or I rarely play stuff that's got a lot of cursing or anything. But, you know, it's just man to man. Like, hey, be mindful. And me, tell me, hey, you know, don't tell me, you enjoyed my business while you were here. And then
leave you a tip on top of that, making you think he's happy with
like, I did a great job. Right.
That's the point of a tip, is to tell the person, hey, I'm pretty happy with what you just did.
Yeah, I'm appreciative. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, man. So, I mean, we live in that kind of current political climate right now where it's very divisive and things like that. And, you know, I'll tell you what, the government is being stressed right now, but I will not, I will take what you said to heart and not delve too much into politics at this time.
No, you won't get into it, man. All of a sudden, my Spectrum internet will go out. They're going to shut me off, man. Nah, it's just, I mean, the world has always been like this, man. There's always been different sides. But I feel like in a time like this where everybody's trying and everybody's like stressed out. Like we need to just come together as people and not worry about what everybody's like personal qualms are or BS.
Yeah, we got bigger problems right now.
Yeah.
We got all these zombies outside that we got to avoid getting bitten. You know what I'm saying?
We got to look out for each other, man. You know what I'm saying? And pick a side and argue with who's what and what's what. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you, man. So tell me, where do you see yourself in like 5 to 10 years, you know, as far as your business? You see yourself being a full-time comedian by then? You know what I'm saying? I know you employ the secret. You believe in what you're going to be and stuff like that. You manifest it. So tell me.
In 5 years, honestly, I don't know, man. Hopefully I'll be out of my house and over this. But I don't know, man. Like my 2 older kids will be out of high school in 5 years, and I possibly think about relocating somewhere warmer.
Yeah.
And I want to change my business dynamic, man. I think I'm ready to actually get into the second phase of my life where I need to tone it down a little bit and spend more time with my younger 2 kids.
Okay.
Time to do things. So, I mean, I do want to be, you know, if I get to be on the stage more and do comedy, like I'm always going to do that. If it takes somewhere, so be it. But for right now, just making money, paying the bills, you know, trying to kids games, be a better father. That's my goal. You know, I want to leave this world with my own legacy, but the first legacy I'm going to leave is with my kids.
I love that. Yeah.
Just trying to be something like, I feel like with my older 2 kids, me and my girl were very young, and we kind of grew up with them. You know what I'm saying? I feel like now with the younger set of kids, we're kind of doing things differently that we didn't maybe do the first time around.
Mm-hmm.
We just have a different perspective on things as you get older and you get wiser. So in 5 years, I hope to be somewhere hot, making money where I don't have to hear people complain about if I raise my price or drop my price. Like just peaceful, man. I just want to be somewhere peaceful. I want to work my 9 to 5, appointment only.
Yeah.
Exclusive haircuts. I'm starting to get into that where I was opposed to that in the beginning, but as I'm getting older, some of these young kids got it right, man. Don't work harder, work smarter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stuff
it
like
definitely allows you to manage your time better. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, because you know, being a father, being an entrepreneur, I'm sure your time is quite valuable. So going in line with that, yeah.
I'm like stressed everywhere, man. I'm stressed out every fast that I get. I'm always going 100 miles a minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And so I'm going to ask you a super cliche question right now, but if you could talk to yourself from, let's say, 15 years ago, what would you say to him? What would you say?
Pull out, bro. Pull out. Pull out fast, motherfucker. What are you doing? Pull out, strap up, pull out, leave. Get out. Don't do it. Run. No, I'm kidding.
Kids are expensive. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, yeah. Honest advice would just be like, I would tell myself to be mindful. Mm-hmm. I was never mindful as a kid. Mm-hmm. I was always put my head down, go forward, and and that wasn't always good. It made me make some bad decisions.
Yeah.
But in retrospect, those bad decisions put me in the position I'm in anyway.
Yeah. So
you always got to bounce back. But if I had to tell myself something different when 15 years ago, I probably would tell myself to do better in school and go to college. Go to college. Maybe even if I did something different like broadcast or, you never know what you could have found.
Yeah.
But I gave myself that opportunity. I was always I'm an only child, so I kind of had this, one of those moms. You ever see the mom on Everybody Loves Raymond?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my mom. Like,
oh my God,
I got chicken soup. I'm on the way. Like, oh my God, I just woke up. Chill. Like,
and they were from Jersey. Were they from Jersey on that show or New York City?
No, they're from New York, I think.
New York? Okay.
But seriously, like, I would just tell myself to give myself more opportunities, man, because sometimes when you live in an area like that, and I see it with a lot of people in every area, you never leave that area.
Mm-hmm.
You're stuck. Like, they call it the trap. You know what I'm saying? You're stuck in the trap.
Yeah.
And feel like this is it, but that's not it. Get the hell out. Like, see the world, experience people, like, just do things, like be around others and learn different cultures, learn different people, learn different ways. Like, you don't have to be you never have to be your circumstance. That's the biggest thing. You never got to be your circumstance.
I'll tell you right now, man. I mean, myself, I was born in South America in Guyana. I don't know if you know where that is.
Yeah.
But I grew up.
Kidding me? I love Guyanese food.
Oh, do you?
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, we got some of the best food, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but
my stomach doesn't like it, but I love it.
Oh yeah, it's very spicy, and it's not necessarily the
Absolutely.
healthiest food. But if you're trying to eat some comfort food, that's the
right. I can't eat none of that now. We got a shortage on baby wipes, man. Can't eat no Guyanese food right now, boy.
Oh man, that is the truth.
Right.
But yeah, so going in line with what you were saying, though, I definitely love traveling myself. I've lived in a few different, this is the third country I've lived in. I've visited different countries. And that's, for me personally, that's my ultimate end goal, is to travel the world. Like, I would love to be able to work for myself and just travel, maybe do travel videos, travel vlogs. I was actually planning to do something for my anniversary next month, to go to St. Lucia and do like a travel vlog for the channel.
Oh, St. Lucia's gorgeous, man. I've been there.
Have you been there?
Super nice. Awesome place. Great people.
Yeah, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Where else have you been to?
I've been to Dominica, Puerto Rico. I've been in Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
That's really it. And we did where's Rihanna from? She's from Barbados. Yeah, so I've been to Barbados.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a little cruise, you go, you do a one island day tour.
Island hopping, yeah.
Yeah, it was, it was cool. But for me, next vacation I take, I want to see Ireland. I want to see Ireland. I want to go to Stonehenge. I want to see the pyramids in Egypt. I want to go to Greece. I want to see all the ruins. Like, I like stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Goal in life to go at least yearly, annually, do something.
Yeah, life is short, man. I mean, we drew these lines on these maps, but really and truly, these lines don't exist geographically. So why are we stuck in one place? Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly. I mean, they are trying to keep us in one spot and draw these lines, and it's a sad thing, man.
But even now, people are losing their minds about staying home with all this stuff going on. You know what? You want to escape a little bit, man? Read a book. Like, you can open up a book and you take your imagination. We forget sometimes as adults how much of an imagination we may have had at one point. Like, I was walking upstairs the other day. I told my son, I said, "Hey, buddy, I know we're not allowed outside, but you want to go in the backyard and like kick the soccer ball?"
Mm-hmm.
No. And then I said, "All right, well, you want to take your bike outside before it rains and kind of get a little exercise in?" He was like, "No." And then I'm looking at this kid. He's having a war of dinosaurs, okay, in the living room. And it's intense.
Yeah.
Like, the flying dinosaurs were trying to come to get the little dinosaurs. And the plant eaters were running from the meat eaters. And he's saying, and I'm like, damn, bro, I want to get down there and play with him. And I should. Because, he was in his own little world. And, he was having such a good time. It was like, man, as adults, you forget. Like, you used to be like that. You can still do that. You know what I mean?
Definitely. I was one of those kids, man. I'd spend hours. Granted, when I was a kid, I'm sure you can relate, we didn't have tablets and everything like that.
Right. Oh, no.
We had one TV in the house, and I'm from a poor country, so we had 2 TV stations, and that's pretty much it. And
that's
whatever your mother was watching is what you had to watch.
That's what you watched, right?
I am well versed on Victor Newman and on Nicole and whatever in Young and Restless. You know what I'm
saying? Right. My mom was a Days of Our Lives kind of lady.
Days of Our Lives. I used to watch that too, man.
So we was all about that Bo and Hope and Patch and Kayla, son. You ain't had no.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
So if you didn't want to watch that stuff, you better be playing with your toys and have.
But I was an only child, so I was playing with myself anyway. You know what I
mean? Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, man. So let me jump into something here that I don't know if you want to talk about. But how long you been?
Let me check my internet first.
It ain't gonna be politics, trust me.
Make sure.
But how long you been living up here?
16 years.
16 years. So, are you like you well familiar with the Endicott area around there and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you do you know a young Mr. Jon Jones personally?
I do know. Yes.
You do know. So do you have any opinions about what's going on with this guy? I mean, he's from here. We're hoping that he can represent. I know his brother's representing. He just donated a whole bunch of food to the area and to Arizona where he's living right now, and which is very.
A lot of people are judgmental. I try not to judge people. I've made mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Good thing about America is everyone loves a comeback story.
Mm-hmm.
There are plenty of people whose name is not Jon Jones that have made mistakes, that their friends and family are willing to forgive them and help them each time. So I don't think it should be viewed as any different just because he's famous or he's in the spotlight.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he's still a person, and he still has the opportunity to bounce back and be great. And, you know, a lot of people don't know those guys and their family, they give a lot to this community, and they don't ever ask for the accolades. You know, you don't really see a lot of write-ups of some of the stuff they do behind the scenes when they donate money or they donate stuff to the school. Like, it's not always publicized hugely, you know what I mean? Because I don't style. I think they're really good people. They come from really good family and good upbringing. And, you know, just my opinion is everybody's got an opinion, you know, and for him, if he was a guy like me, nobody would bat an eye. They wouldn't care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they would keep their comments to themselves, but because he's in the spotlight, you know, people always have something to say, but that's what comes with the territory. That's why everybody's not built for that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to have a certain kind of skin to do. I mean, how many guys do you maybe not know of that have been caught recently around here doing the same thing, you know, on the lockdown? We're supposed to be on lockdown. Yeah. They're not publicizing those arrests and those people, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I mean, it's not happening.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just when you live that lifestyle, man, there's certain attention that comes with that. And those guys are built for that. That's why they are where they are. Yeah. So, I mean, I wish and hope the best for him. And I hope, you know, he bounces back from this as he has before. But, you know, everybody's human. Everybody has vulnerability and makes mistakes. And that's what makes us human. Last perfect dude I ever heard about got nailed to a cross. So I ain't trying to be perfect. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I mean, I personally, I just hope that he would have some growth in his life. I mean, I've done a lot of stupid things myself, and I had a discussion with somebody on Facebook the other day because I'm not a huge Jon Jones fan myself as far as his personality. He's the greatest fighter of all time. I don't really watch him fight because I know that he's gonna win. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna lose eventually, but he's the greatest of all time. So likelihood of him losing is very, very low. So it's not as entertaining for me as it was when he was coming up.
Right.
Because it's like watching Michael Jordan. It's like Michael Jordan in the championships again. He's about to win again. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know you're a huge Michael Jordan fan. So that's
6 for 6. Leave that. No.
That's right. So yeah, man. So as far as that goes, so I had a discussion with somebody the other day, and they were, I guess the person was hinting at the fact that I have a sordid past myself, and I haven't made the wisest decisions. But we all have you know, we all can go back in time if we could and scrub out certain things and be a better version of ourselves. Which is part of the reason I did make this channel as well, because as I grow and become a better version of myself, I'm trying to teach whatever I learn and I apply to myself. I'm trying to apply it and hopefully teach others as well, and to teach people to be ambitious. So I do hope that Jon, you know, is now in his 30s and he's from this area, which is part of the reason I talk about him. He's from this area and he's kind of representing this area to some degree. And you know, I'm a big comic book guy myself. So, you know, Spider-Man says with great power comes great responsibility. Or Uncle Ben says that and stuff like that.
Uncle Ben says it, yeah.
I'm a bit of a nerd myself, so.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. But like I said, man, everybody's entitled to their opinion. But, you know, I understand what you're saying. But at the same time, we all can take that moniker of having the sense of, you know, representing our area. You know, when I go out and do comedy shows, people say, oh, from Endicott, New York. You know what I mean? I'm not from here, but I started my comedy here. So when where you from, man? I'm from out in Endicott, out in Binghamton, whatever, you know. But I try to, you know, that's pressure like that. You don't know if he walks around with that pressure on his shoulder or if he does or doesn't. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, at the end of
what
the day,
impact it has on him, you know.
Right. So at the end of the day, like I look at it like we all have to, like you have to walk around here with the impact you have on yourself as you can. You know what I'm saying? We all have to do that. So at the end of the day, like I can't judge him. I can pray for him. I can tell him I love him. You know, if that was the case, if, you know, he needed me and wanted to talk, you know, I'm here. That's all I can offer that person or anybody in the situation, you know. But, I mean, like I said, I don't really have a horrible opinion of it. Like, there's people that make mistakes. I make a ton of mistakes. I'm nowhere near perfect. I've done it a million times over.
Mm-hmm.
People that know me and love me are gracious enough to give me another chance, another opportunity to be in their lives and be a better person. So that's all we can do for other people. You know what I mean?
I love that, man. And that's wonderful sage advice, man. And I will say, man, that's one of the reasons I wanted to have you on the show. You seem like a very wise guy, and talking to you even more now, that's proven to be the case. And you're very inspiring, being an entrepreneur, being a father, prioritizing your family and your kids for the future moving forward. I absolutely love that, man. And I really do appreciate you joining me today on the show. I would love to have you in person once we get past this pandemic situation here.
Oh, I'm coming, man. Breadsticks and salad, bro. Unlimited pasta. I want to be right there in the Olive Garden background, bro.
But I'll tell you something right now, though. My wife is vegan, and she will not allow meat in this house. So
that's all right. We can eat tofu. I don't care. Whatever.
Okay. If we're down, we'll have
callaloo. No, not tofu. That's nasty, bro.
The callaloo. no pork. Yeah. No callaloo with pork.
Yeah,
and that stuff.
Yeah, we could just do the greens. I'm good.
Do the greens. I like greens. Yeah, man.
I'll bring the baby wipes. You
definitely do that, man.
I'll bring the baby wipes and air freshener when I'm done.
Oh, man. We got one bathroom, man. I can't let you do
it. No doubt. All right. We're going to have to rent the porta potty for that show, bro.
That's amazing. That's hilarious, man.
That's it. Put it right on the porch.
Oh, man. No. Well, Joe, I really do appreciate you joining me, man. It's been a long time coming. I definitely would love to have you back on. Like I said, we'll do it in person next time. And, yeah, man. So where can people find you? You have a social media or a website or anything?
Yeah, I'm just on Instagram as face_DA_Barber, Face the Barber, and you can find me on Twitter at Joe Face Becker.
Okay.
Give me a follow, leave a comment. I'm all about it.
All right, wonderful, man. All right, thanks for joining me. And
good luck, brother. Man. I like what you're doing, man. It's a really good platform for you, and I see you're inspired to do it. So don't give up, man. No matter what anybody says or anything, just keep doing your thing, man. I like it. It's good.
I appreciate that.
T-shirt, laundry day next time. Get that T-shirt.
You changed
the laundry T-shirt, man. You can't be calling.
You know what's funny? I got like about 5 or 6 black T-shirts, so I just put them on.
Right.
Actually, I swap
that
them
ain't
out,
black, bro. That one needs lotion, bro. That's an ashy.
This one kind of ashy.
That's the laundry day T-shirt, bro.
Oh man, I'm in my house quarantined up, man.
Right. But you still doing the show presentation.
Absolutely.
Everything.
Yeah, you absolutely.
Look, I don't have a haircut, right? Look at this. I don't have a haircut.
Yeah, you got a hat on. All right.
Presentation.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
Yo, be good, brother. Thanks for having me.
All right, take it easy, brother.
All right, man.